In this video, we're going to learn about the square root method in the math class. The square root method takes a double as a parameter and returns a double value that is the square root of the parameter. Even if the square root of the parameter is a whole number, an integer, it will be returned as a double value. So any variable that you assign the result into needs to be a double. Like all methods in the math class, the square root method is static, so we call it using Math.sqrt. We're going to look at an example now. So we have double num. Num has to be a double or we'll get an error. We're setting it equal to Math.sqrt 24.3. And then we print num. So you can see over here that 4.9295 and so on is the square root of 24.3. And then I wanted to check this using the power method in the math class. So when we have the square root of a number, we should be able to square it and get back the original number. So I have math.pow num comma 2. That means take num, raise it to the power of 2. And then we're printing that result out. And you'll see over here that we almost get 24.3, but we've got this 4 way out on the end here. So what that's telling us is num is not the exact square root of 24.3. It's as close as we can get to representing the square root using a double. So we have a limited number of bits in Java for our doubles. And so we can't represent every single possible number. There are an infinite number of possible decimal numbers. And so this is the decimal number closest to the real square root of 24.3. It works pretty well for most things, but you will notice sometimes when you try to get back the original number, it will be slightly off. But that's just the risk that we take when we use a double. So to summarize, Math.sqrt, static method, it takes a double, it returns a double.